Well, you've seen the signs, speed monitored by aircraft. The Colorado State Patrol has been looking for speeders and traffic violations from the sky since the 1960s.
And here are the facts first. They fly over 1,500 feet in the air, weather permitting, over high traffic areas throughout the state. Now, the pilots are partnered up with a state trooper on the ground. There are 3 traffic patrol planes in Colorado, and they can catch traffic violators from the sky in a matter of minutes. 2 planes are stationed in Centennial and 1 in Grand Junction. Fox 21's Allison Mastrangelo rode along with a trooper pilot team to find out how this law enforcement program works. Hey, Allison.
Hey, Lauren, let me tell you guys, this was such an incredible experience. Some of us may have been driving along some of the Colorado roads and have seen the signs that say speed monitored by aircraft and have not thought twice about it. However, after my experience last week, those signs aren't something to be ignored.
Springs ground, good morning.
The Colorado State Patrol pilots start off their day bright and early.
Kodiak 2 is at the Jet Center ready for taxi with exit.
After a thorough flight check, they're off. These planes are an eye in the sky, patrolling the ground.
What we'll do is we'll just start making circles up here
to target drivers who may be making Colorado's roads unsafe.
We're looking for the people who are really driving aggressive.
There's a white passenger car right behind this white truck.
Following too close, unsafe lane changes, bad passes, obviously speeding, weaving through traffic, passing on the shoulder, whatever is an aggressive maneuver. That's what we're looking for with the airplane.
To some, it may seem sneaky. They're watching your driving from a spot where you can't really see in time to react.
When you're driving down the road and you see a police officer parked on the side of the road, your natural reaction is to slow down, take your foot off the gas, make sure you're doing everything right. Well, we're trying to catch people driving how they normally drive. And that's exactly what we're doing, because when we clock them in the aircraft, we're clocking them 2-3 miles prior to them getting to where the troopers are sitting.
Bringing you a pickup truck. It's dark in color.
From the time that they see me and I stop them, the actual clock took place anywhere between a half a mile to a mile back. The reason I'm asking you to stop today is because our aircraft is currently flying. So I'm nowhere in their field of view. And so they assume that because they didn't see me that they weren't clocked, and in the meantime the aircraft was above them the entire time clocking them.
These big white lines help the pilots in the sky track the cars below to see if they're committing any traffic violations.
The aircraft starts a stopwatch when it crosses the first line, stops when it crosses the second line. The distance it took to travel from point A to point B, that's the speed.
Communication is key in this partnership.
Airborne 1 to Baker 11.
If you can see that semi that's coming in the right lane, your vehicle is just passing that semi.
Once a plane determines a speed or traffic violation,
See this green SUV in the left lane? We've got 2 clocks on them, 93 and 92.
the trooper on the ground gets the go-ahead.
I will let the trooper know that I clocked a green SUV, whatever the location I clocked him at, whatever the time it was that I clocked him at, and then I'll let him know how far it is away from him. So as the vehicle gets closer to him, I will keep counting it down to him. Okay, the green SUV is in the left lane, number 4 to you.
Speeding violations aren't the top offense seen from the sky. It's actually tailgating.
The number 1 violation we're looking for is not speed, it's following too close. Because over the past decade or so, following too close has been our number 1 accident causal factor in the state of Colorado.
Especially if you're following too close, you won't see the plane until it's too late, if you see it at all.
Unless you look up, you won't see it. Most people don't look up.
Clocked them at 93.
See that airplane right there? That's a Colorado State Trooper. If I'm able to, I try to point out the aircraft as the aircraft's turning around, but sometimes that's hard to do.
While it's unique, it's not a perfect process. If there's ever confusion over a violation, they'll stop following that car and start all over again.
If we ever take our eye off the vehicle and we cannot reacquire the vehicle that we had, we scratch that clock. We let it go. We turn around and go get another one, because it's not worth our honor to write a ticket to somebody who didn't do anything wrong.
That's because the mission of the Colorado State Patrol is to make our roads safer by whatever means are necessary.
Every day we are somewhere using an airplane to do traffic enforcement. Now, we have a very large state, so we go all over the state. So we may not be there today, we may not be there tomorrow, but one day we're going to be there. And for those 3 hours, somebody's going to go through our marks that is not doing what they're supposed to be doing.
There's a copy. Use your shoulder to get up to a little bit of speed. Be careful merging back into traffic, and drive safe today.
The state troopers also say that the reason they give tickets is because they want the drivers who have a bad habit to have that correction and to make the roads safer for Colorado citizens. Back to you guys.
Sneaky.
You never see one of those planes.
I've never seen one.
No, nobody ever looks up for the planes.
Yeah.